I love you, not her.
Okay, hello people. My name is Jockey VR. And today I'm doing a comparison, right?
Time for war. We, the
Um,
coalition of planets.
I'm doing a cross analysis between the comic that the episode season 4 episode 6 is based off of and the episode that was made. So we're going to cross-reference pictures, we're going to cross-reference the art style, and we're going to cross-reference lines that were potentially not said.
Have never been more unified, more determined, more ready, and very.
Now I can immediately go over to here. I believe this was
Right.
Our
And their crew tears.
depraved of their weapons, only made
Oh wait,
our shut.
Armies.
no, it's a little bit. I don't know.
Their
if this...
strength.
We will end
Thousandfold.
together. We have discovered their weak.
So this part I don't believe was in the comics, right? So I'm going into this thinking it is directly into chapter 73. Now, of course, it does start out with Thetis and him talking about their attack. But it doesn't actually seem to have those lines about where he's talking about the weaknesses. Although it does help further the plot, so I'm not going to get angry at it because, well, it does help further the plot. It doesn't really harm it, except for the fact that if they do say anything that is wrong, they will potentially make the story worse. As by, adapting lines that aren't even in the comics, you do have a chance of contradicting yourself. Yeah, this should be.
And we will use them to break their hold on the galaxy.
There is no advantage they have over us. They will fall before our armies as easily as they fall before our fists.
Okay, now I believe this scene was shown. But again, I don't think these lines were said unless this is... Although I might be wrong in the issue because it might be not chapter 70. It might be different than chapter 73. It might be chapters 71 through 78.
Decades of planning, of strategy, of patience and unity and hope have led us to this moment. There will be sacrifice, but it will be less than the suffering Veltrum brings upon us every single moment they exist. Remember always, if we remain unified against their empire of pain, we will prevail.
You know your tasks. Go now and remember Argol's words.
All is ours.
Words.
All is ours. Let the war begin.
These animals dare rise against us. Against us, who brought stability to madness, brought order to chaos. They are children crying for a freedom they do not understand or deserve. If they only knew how the betrayer sacrifices them for his own twisted purpose. Thetis and the Coalition will be destroyed, and Viltrum will retake its rightful place in the universe.
Now, I don't think he said this either. However, there's a possibility that it is entirely based off of the other chapters. But then again, I have no idea. I have genuinely no idea.
I will not fail you.
There we go. Here's where it starts to get comic accurate.
This is bullshit.
Why are you burying him?
Even Conquest deserves a...
He was a monster.
Okay. So, again, it gets a little bit less comic accurate with the lines being slightly variated. Well, a slight variation, I mean. He says, this is bullshit. Even Conquest deserves it, and then he was a monster.
He almost killed me. He almost
killed Mark. He almost killed me twice. But then here's something. Yeah.
killed Mark twice.
His devotion to Viltrum...
You weren't there. You didn't see what he did to Earth. People at home hate him almost as much as they hate you.
That's different. But that furthers the plot. I'd say that's good because that furthers the plot more than the comics tried to. I think the difference between the Invincible show and the Invincible comics is the comics focus more on the honor of Viltrum. They focus more about their like lineage, you know, that their them being legendary and them being like good warriors. The show focuses more on family archetypes, I'd say. And okay, yeah, so this is a little bit different. Not fully different. So the only way this is really different is because of like the way that his stuff looks in the comics. Because it's blue on top and then yellow like that. But in this, it's yellow like that, yellow on top. That's really the only difference. But another difference is that he still looks like he's recovering from the battle. It still looks like there's blood everywhere. Here, oh shit. Here there's no blood. There's like maybe a speck of blood there, blood on him, blood on his torso. But here it's way bloodier. And I understand why they wouldn't do it like that because it's different animation style, different animation budget. I'd say they did a smarter thing in this scene because they're saving more budget for the rest of the show, which is good. And you always want that.
What is it? Is he getting better?
Okay, so new
He's
line.
strong. He should recover.
We need to get him out of here. Off this stupid
Okay, now that's where it's sort of, it keeps the same narrative. So like he wants to get off of this planet.
planet to, I don't know, somewhere with doctors or a hospital or something.
We're deep inside Viltrumite territory. Moving Mark would be too risky. Better to stay hidden and wait for him to recover.
But
He'll pull through. We just need to be patient.
how patient?
Months, most likely.
Months? We don't have months.
Okay. Yeah, same narrative. You know, he's talking about months. But then he probably...
We gotta get to the war. People will die if
it's
we're not
more
there to help.
focused on family arc
Oliver.
stuff, so...
I didn't leave Earth and Mom just to be stuck on some stupid planet with you. It's just... It's never been this bad. Not even after the first time with Conquest. I never thought I'd see Mark this messed up. I wish he really was.
Okay. I'm not really the type of person to try and give my opinion on stuff. I try to base things off of facts, logic. I think Invincible is the saddest comic book series and TV show written. Because Mark faces so much pain while he's in high school. He's in high school risking his life, not to be appreciated, not for anything. He doesn't expect anything back. And that's just a narrative that you can't really comprehend. You can't really comprehend the notion of sacrifice in its fullest. I mean, you can look at it in a perspective where it's like you are losing something to help people. But he has actively risked his entire life dozens of times to save the universe.
General Krieg.
Lucan, Crad. Divert to Glacier Prime immediately. Our source reports Coalition forces are en route. They believe they can